Hey, what is up guys? Guitar here, welcome back to another Brown Dust video. Alright, so this is a beginner's guide for those of you who are looking to understand runes better. So decided to make this video. I know it's a little bit late, the game has been released for a while now, but I've been struggling to find time, so now that I have it, rune guide everybody. Alright, so before we cover runes, let's go ahead and talk about the rune temples for a bit. Alright, so rune temples and the crystal caves are the only two dungeons basically. You can just leave it on auto, you can just click on the cogs right here and then you can press start battle. So that way you can leave it running in the background while you're doing some other things, farming arena, pillaging mystic dust and etc. Alright, in general, you want to get assault, vital, fatal, rage and shield. Alright, in general there are 5 different runes: assault, vital, fatal, rage and shield, with assault being mainly for attack, vital for HP, fatal for crit rate, rage for crit damage and shield for defense. Alright, so you can obtain agi from runes as a substate, so only plus runes will give bonus agi. There's no like agi runes specifically. So in terms of farming runes, it will be highly recommended for you to farm floor 9 and above. So if you want, you can farm the 12th floor, but would highly recommend 9th floor because you are getting single runes as opposed to dual runes. So a question that I get asked a lot, what's the difference between a single or dual runes? It's actually the same. You are not getting anything bonus from dual runes. For example, let's have a look at the assault vital runes right here. So if this is just a pure assault rune with flat HP, that would be 723 times 2, which is 1400, 2500, right? So right now it's dividing the HP into 2 to give you some bonus attack, so you're getting 29.1% attack. So if this was an assault rune with similar enchant CBS, this would be 29.1% times 2. So basically, dual runes means that you are getting the states divided into half. Most of the time, you will want to focus on single runes only if you are new to the game, and the reason is because when you head over to the rune temple, the dual runes can only be obtained at 10th floor and above, so 10, 11 and 12. So they consume more horseshoes than the regular ones. So there's an event going on right now, so you can't tell the difference, but usually they will consume slightly more horseshoes than the 9th floor, so do keep that in mind. So 9th floor will only give single runes, and ideally single runes is better because it's easier for you to target for a specific rune for a specific mercenary. So let's say Christina right here, right? So let's say you have Christina, just an example, right? Ideally you would want attack, crit rate and crit damage. So the best runes to give her is perhaps maybe one assault rune and perhaps one fatal and rage rune. But the problem is if you go ahead and try to farm for let's say a fatal and rage rune, so the chances of you to get what you want is going to be highly unlikely. They might give you fatal and vital runes or fatal and shield runes. You might not get the specific fatal and rage rune that you want. So most of the time it's better for you to stick with single runes because you're just getting, you know, that's what you're getting for sure. Assault means you're getting assault. The only exceptions are vital and assault. So they occasionally give percentage, occasionally gives flat bonus. So depends on the mercenary. Some mercenaries which have high attack, for example, will benefit more from the percentage attack rather than the flat attack. So those with low attack will benefit from having the flat attack rune. So do keep that in mind. Alright, so let's talk about enchanting rune. So every time you have a rune and you will look at the stats, usually they have 3 different stats which will increase the rune's potential significantly. One at +3, one at +6 and one at +9. So the one at +9 gives the highest amount of stats. So right now you can see this one gives a 6.84%, even though they are all B rank. This one gives 2.28%, this one gives 4.56. So the last one, the one that you obtain at +9, gives the highest amount of stats increase. Alright, so let's have a look at this assault rune. So this is a BBA, right? So it's a B, B and A. So the last one, like I mentioned, the one at +9 will give the highest amount of stats. So let's compare with this rune beside it, which is a CAB. So this one will definitely give less because of the B at the end. So 66, whilst the A1 gives 99. So the first one doesn't really matter. From a C, which is 11, to a B, which is 22, it's not as significant as the last one. So you can see a pretty huge difference, about 20 attack difference right there. So in terms of rarity, which runes should you go for? So ideally, in a perfect scenario, perfect world, you want to go for 6-star legend runes. But we don't live in a perfect world. 6-star legend runes, they are so hard to come by. So ideally, usable runes will be 4-star legend and above. So 4-star, I will only recommend getting the legends. For example, let's summon this. If you get something like a rare plus, just throw it away. Alright, so do not use anything below legend for 4 stars. Alright, so for even epic, I wouldn't recommend using it unless you're like super new. But if you've been playing the game for a while and you're trying to climb, switching up the runes is extremely important. Alright, let's have a look at a couple of examples. Let's see if I can show you guys some good examples. So this is a 4-star legend rune. It's not even a plus. So CSS, right? So the second and the third one gives the most stats. Nobody cares about the first one, doesn't really matter. So this equates to 25.52% defense, which is pretty moderate. It's quite high. If this was a 6-star rune, that number could go up to 29% or even more. But this is a 4-star rune. So let's compare this to a 5-star epic. So 25.52. So this is a 5-star epic here. A BSS 25.92. So you can see this legend rune can easily complete with an epic rune right here. A 4-star legend competing with a 5-star epic, which is a 25.92%. So let's compare to 6 stars rare. Alright, so 6 stars rare, this is an AAA. So this gives less, 22.04%. Even the 4-star legend rune gives more at 25.52%. So which is why ideally 4-star legend runes are extremely good. I would highly recommend using them because of this particular reason. Also, it's much easier to get S based on what I've noticed on 4-star runes compared to 5 and 6 stars. And also the cost for refining them is way cheaper. So right here, if you see, if I were to refine the 4-star rune, it only costs 25 rune essence. So 5 stars, 30, and 6 stars, 45. Alright, so this is mostly standard. So yeah, if you're wondering what runes to use, if you have 4-star legend runes, do keep them. Most of them should be better than 6-star rare or even 6 stars epic at certain times. It's going to come down on the ranks that you have on each individual numbers right there. Unless you have a 6-star SSS, most of the time it's going to be difficult. Ideally you want the best one, which will be triple S, but that's going to be impossible to obtain unless you're like super lucky. Alright, so in terms of what's the best runes for what mercenaries, that's going to come down specifically to what specific unit you're comparing them to. Ideally, the best method actually is just to go ahead to the rune section. For example, let's say Gunter, right? So ideally this is a Gunter. This is what I have on him. So this is a percentage rune, 33.44%. And this is a flat attack rune, 297. So which is better? 2 percentage runes on Gunter or 2 flat runes on Gunter? If you're not sure, just head over to the runes. So just compare it this way. So we're going to take this and try and equip here. So you can easily tell I am replacing the one on the right, which gives 297 attack. So if I take this and I try to swap in, I still get less attack because this assault rune right here gives a bonus plus of 8% attack. So that gives more. So how about if I take this and I swap to the first one? So you can see the first one, the percentage attack is still more. Like look at this. This is a 5-star rare plus, and the legend is not far behind, 33.44. The legend rune is at 32.82. Like they are not far behind. Alright, so let's have a look at one more example. Zakan right here. So you're not sure what runes to have on Zakan. Is it better to give flat attack or is it better to give percentage? Just head over to runes, just check it out that way. So right now I have two runes. The one on the top is a 40% attack rune. The one at the bottom is a 264 flat attack with percentage attack. So let's see, if I were to swap this to the bottom, I actually get equal, not more but equal, but I get the crit rate. But and if I swap to the top, you can see that Zakan needs 1% rune as well. So how about this 6-star rune right here? Let's see. The two runes that I have is better. None of these runes are actually swappable. You can just compare it that way before you try to change. You can just try to equip two runes and then you compare one at a time by trying to swap them out and compare the stats easily from there. So that way you know which runes will be better for your mercenary unit. Alright, so that basically concludes the video. I hope I didn't miss out anything. I might have, because I think there's more to runes than just what I talked about right here in this video. So feel free to type any questions you have in the comments below. So yeah, if you have been playing the game for a while and you already have like a fixed mercenary for your arena team, like something like this for example, right? And you are just lacking the runes. So feel free to just go ahead and buy the runes from the event shop occasionally. So something like this for diamonds. Like this might not be worth it if you are new to the game, but if you have been playing for a while and if you have already obtained all the mercenaries that you need for your core arena team, the next focus right there should be your runes. You need to have good runes. Yes, I am aware that you can farm runes from the event dungeons, but just getting that 6-star assault rune piece right there is going to give you an edge if you can get like an epic or a legend rune right there. And also it's something that many players don't really notice since this game has been out for a while now. Most of the new players might not know this, but runes will never get outdated, right? So if I have a good rune on my Seer, for example, right now this is a very good rune, a legend plus with 24.5% defense. So working on refining this, ideally, in the long run, is beneficial. In the future, if Seer falls out of meta, I can take this rune out, I can remove, and I can give this to another new mercenary that I have. Let's say a new better defender, which is like 10 times better than Seer. Perhaps in 2 years to come, you have no idea. But that's going to happen sooner than later. So mercenaries will they will get obsolete over time. So when you invest in runes, it's more permanent, especially when you get those legend plus runes. You're going to be able to take them out, swap to another mercenary, especially if you're new to the game. Having a couple of good runes means that you can tackle all the other contents easily. You can swap out the runes between mercenaries that you use for arena, novice arena, campaign, evil castle, etc. So having those good runes will definitely be helpful, especially if you don't have that many gold to play with. Alright guys, that's gonna be it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it, and if you do, subscribe to the channel, give this video a like, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Oh yeah, let me show you some Archon runes right here. Look at this, look at this. Look at these two, 6 stars, epic plus right here, look, 24.1, 23%, right? And I can easily get a better rune from these legends right here. So look at this, 25.5. This is a much better rune than an epic. A 4-star legend is better than a 6-star epic. That's a 6-star epic right there. Alright guys, goodbye.